I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about our new show over on Patreon called Qualified Nonsense After Dark. Instead of the tight ship we run on our regular main feed podcast, we cut loose and things get a little blue. It's a bit of a shorter format where we answer questions from Reddit we deem unsavory for the general public, so we stick them behind a paywall for all our little pay pigs to get their grubby little hooves on. By the time you're hearing this, there should already be a couple of episodes out on Patreon. So $5 a month gets you access to Qualified Nonsense After Dark twice a month. If you prefer the free, chaste, and puritanical version of the show you're listening to now, that's great. We're glad you're here. But if you'd like to join the nasty little freaks over on Patreon, sign up now to show your support. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. My name is Brandon.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Qualified Nonsense.
Point of order, there's also some little Piggly Wigglies in one of those After Dark. I think the first one, you can see some little hobbit toes, if that's your jam.
Yeah, speaking of hooving it up, Jake, you showed your
Yep, that's the good stuff. Only the patrons and the other fans that I have seen those, so you know,
the other degenerates.
We'll take them.
You know, this is the first episode we've done in actually quite some time that we don't have a guest.
It's just the three of us. God, it's so nice to just be alone together sometimes.
Yeah, just with our own thoughts. Back together. The gang is back together.
I always hate having to be so on all the time.
Yeah. Gosh, we're just so popular, you know, it's crazy. We don't have time for ourselves.
It is kind of nice to sort of lean back on a guest a little bit and like kind of take some of the, because I mean, you know, the reason why we have guests is we don't lead interesting enough lives to sustain this intro period. So it is kind of nice to, you know, rather than be like, oh, I did yard work this week or what, you know, like that kind of stuff. It's
yeah, exactly.
I actually, truth be told, the day we're recording this, it's St. Patrick's Day. And I have a daughter that's still a believer. I got so excited that I was like, oh, you know what? Something I can do that's productive. And her room needed to be rearranged. So I blamed it on the leprechaun and I did that. I was like, I was like, oh, that's so uninteresting. Like, that is not fun.
The leprechaun thing?
No. Like, I think normally you'd do like you'd put green dye in the toilet and be like, hey, the leprechaun peed in the toilet or whatever.
I've never
heard of these traditions.
Really?
Yeah, I've never. The only thing that we did was have corned beef on St. Patty's Day at my house.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a thing too. We just try to have we do the elf on the shelf thing.
Yeah, I like a little magic in these holidays. That's cool.
I think it's just more of the like mischievousness of a leprechaun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Honey, I think a leprechaun puked up green beer over on the carpet. And
wake up at 11:30. Hey, it's still St. Patty's Day, just so you know. Clean up on aisle daddy's bathroom.
Yeah, that's good. Going
back to it, we don't lead interesting lives.
I'm having, speaking of interesting lives, I'm having whiskey for St. Patty's Day. What are y'all drinking?
Cherry float Coke Zero.
The traditional Irish cherry Coke.
I'm
having Guinness.
Oh, is it warm? Or were you able to cool it?
It is warm.
Oh.
Just like the traditional serving.
Just how they would want it. Sat out in the sun for a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have corned beef today, Jake?
No, I did not.
I was talking to somebody about corned beef recently, and I was like, leading up to St. Patrick's Day, and it's one of the more unappetizing like pieces of meat I'm going to say the most unappetizing to prepare.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
So it's like, you go to the grocery store and it's around this time that it's popular and you get the package and it's like on the directions, it says like literally just boil this for 30 minutes. And you're like, I'll have that. It's kind of gross.
But it's super, it's like brined, right? So it's like super salty. I mean, I love corned beef. Oh, okay.
I do too.
What about Reubens? What would you prefer to have? A Reuben on corned beef or pastrami?
Corned beef.
Corned beef.
All right. Well, that was a good.
But I stand by the
topic.
whole thing of like it's not that I think it's gross. It's just the amount, like the way you prepare it.
Yeah, and
it's like
it doesn't. It
no
doesn't
wonder
look
the Irish want to drink Guinness, because it's like boil potatoes, you boil the corned beef, and then you boil cabbage, and it's like, and then you put it on a plate. It's like, oh, I'll just have beer.
Yeah.
Is the difference between corned beef and pastrami that pastrami is smoked, or
I think pastrami is cured in some way, and the other is like pickled or brined and
pickled meat.
Don't tell me, or rather, I can't tell you the difference necessarily.
But let the internet tell us we're wrong.
Yeah.
Come at us in the comments.
Over the winter, that I forget the name of the creator, but there was this Irish woman who posted a couple of different recipes for mashed potatoes with bits of cabbage and bacon, and then serve that and like steak and Guinness stew on top of it. And that has been a standby in our house sort of all winter. It's like a good fall winter dish. And it's pretty basic. It's like, loaded up with some herbs and steak, Guinness, let it cook for 3 hours or whatever. And it's delicious.
It's herbaceous. Well, by the time this comes out, St. Paddy's Day will be long gone. So we'll keep that in consideration for next year. And
that's true.
And it's going to be, it's spring now. It's spring.
Is that
Indeed.
it is? Today's spring day?
March 20th.
Well, it will be by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Happy spring, everybody.
Hey.
Let's get out of this winter that really wasn't winter.
Yeah, what was it doing up by you guys? We had like a hot, like our neighbor already opened their pool because it got so hot. It was in the mid 80s last week.
It was 80 here yesterday.
Really?
And then 70s today.
Wow.
But
global warming is a myth.
You sit on a throne of lies.
But as far as winter goes, like Jake, you probably had more winter weather than we did.
Yeah, we did. We had some good snow, got some sledding in, which is not a guarantee down here. And we had a lot of school cancellations because Durham County is decent sized, and there's a lot of different types of for lack of a better term, environments. So there's roads that like stay frozen, and while the rest of the county sort of thaws. And so there were a couple times where they called it for the district and there was like nothing on the roads. And we're like, what? I need to go back to work, get the kids out of the house, back to school.
Out of here.
But yeah, no, it sounds like we did have a little bit more of an exciting winter than y'all did.
Yeah, we got fuck all, but going into spring and summer, it's gonna be a nice fire season. I can't wait.
Yeah. Wait, did you mean fire? Wait, did you mean what flavor?
Wildfire.
Oh, wildfire. I thought you meant like campfire. I was like, ooh, yeah, like a springtime campfire. But that's not what you were saying.
We'll have that for sure. But yeah, come June,
yeah,
July,
we'll be able to smoke our own pastrami outside.
Nice.
Without any...
we should see if that'll work.
I had a question that is not related to any of the subjects that we're going to cover today. Brandon, there is a drag queen named something Lucy. Oop, I just pulled it up because I was trying to figure out who she is.
Juicy?
No, yeah, Lucy Darling. Do you know her?
No.
Oh, I thought you had talked about her before. Anyway, I've happened upon her on the social medias, and she seems just very delightful. And she does performances all over the place. And I think she will be in the Pacific Northwest sometime later in the next couple of months. But the clips that I see online seem she's really charismatic and silly and talks to the crowd and all that stuff. So I wasn't sure if you had heard of her before, but Lucy Darling is her name. And that has been my entertainment on the internets as of late. So figured I'd share it.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I have not heard of Lucy Darling, but
Shout out,
check
Lucy
her
Darling.
Maybe that's the
Jake's
name of her
recommendation.
show. Yeah. Anyway, we can definitely either cut that out or just truck on.
Do
pretend like it
drag
didn't happen.
queens like typically go by? I mean, that's a performance name, right? For drag queens, or
Yeah,
do they use that in the day-to-day?
I don't
I
know.
just don't really know.
I'm sure it depends. This individual performer is a, I think she's a, she prefers she, they, or maybe just they, and in real life, and then she has like a couple of different personas that she performs with, and one of the more popular ones, it seems, is this show that she does, Lucy Darling, which she's just sort of this mid-Atlantic like
I
pre-World
just
War
looked her up,
II.
and I saw a video with her the other day. Is she a woman?
She
Okay, Grandpa.
well, I think she is. I think she was born
looks
a
like
woman, and
Her name is Carissa Hendricks,
yeah.
and then she does this character.
Yeah, and it's my understanding that technically it's drag. It's not like it's not like a perhaps the traditional sense of drag where a man is dressed up as a woman or vice versa. She's she's a non-binary gay person that does performances as a very sort of like highfalutin female. So I think it's called drag, or rather, I think she identifies it as drag, and it is sort of like a draggy performance, but it's not perhaps like the traditional idea of drag.
Interesting.
But I mean, check out her shorts or her TikToks or whatever, because they are, they're short little clips and you get to see a little bit of it, but it's, she's pretty funny. And I always love any sort of caricature in the mid-Atlantic sort of accent realm. Like, I think it's pretty silly, pretty entertaining.
I follow one called beauty_androgyny, and it's a man that is like cross dresses. I'm gonna ruin this because I don't know how to.
I think
like,
that's just
she
drag,
goes back and forth between like, best friend, how's it going, you dick sucking motherfucker, and it was like that's kind of her. It's like she goes back and forth between the personas.
Interesting.
I think it's hilarious because she's I'm all about it.
There's a comedian that does interviews with celebrities. Her name's Z-Way. I don't know what her last name is, but
I think she just goes by Z-Way.
Is it just Z-Way? Okay.
Yeah.
She's pretty funny also. Apparently she's this like really lovely person in real life, but when she interviews celebrities, she like grills them with the most sort of like uncomfortable questions, and it's pretty entertaining to watch clips of. But she's had a couple of drag queens on, and she like one of them I saw that I can't say any of it is there's a it's the person that she's interviewed is a black drag queen, and they just drop the N-bomb like constantly, but it's in this sort of like flowery sort of persona, and it's so aggressive and it's very funny.
Nice. Well, should we take a break, explore our favorite drag queens, and come back for questions?
Yeah, take
Let's
a
do
drag of.
It is weird to not
Queens.
have a guest. I feel like we've leaned in, like you were saying, Brandon, to like leaned in. So tell us about the bees, and tell us about high school, and tell us
What's
about
in the news.
Yeah.
here. There's a TSA shut down.
Huh. Well, that's the show.
All right, we'll come back
right
with some more interesting content.
And welcome back. Feel free to drop us a line at qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or connect with us on our socials or find us over on our Discord server. If you or someone you know would make a great guest on a future episode of Qualified Nonsense, please let us know. Now's the time on the show where we take on Reddit's most pressing queries by finding the top trending questions and answering them here. Yeah. First one. Oh, wait. That came to something else. Also was deleted. Next question comes to us from Askman over 30.
We're
Username,
over 30.
We're a decade over 30.
I'm trying to bring the energy because we've managed to somehow already slump. So I'm over 30. That's really exciting. Let's answer it.
How was your winter?
What's it like after you die?
You had to bring out the shovel, or kind of snow tires did you get? Well, I went with the chains myself, but didn't really have to use them much.
I could watch this show for a while.
It's called sitting in the sauna with
return them
Matt.
if you don't use them more than. But if you keep the receipt, you can.
If you keep the receipt, that's
good day for mowing the lawn, huh?
Username D Palm Tree. They ask, "Did you get fatter after 30?" So I've always been a pretty chubby guy. Lost weight on and off for a lot of years. When I was 27, I actually lost a significant amount, and I weighed around 240 pounds. But ever since I turned 30 last year, I've been kind of getting bigger to the point where I'm now 290. The strange thing is my diet and exercise is pretty much the same, so I was wondering if any other guys have experienced weight gain after this age. It's not that I mind it in particular, it's just an odd phenomenon to me.
Short answer, yes.
At the risk of sounding like an influencer, it's like, you got too much cortisol, bro. You got cortisol.
Fuck is cortisol?
It's a hormone your body releases when you're like stressed, and you don't. It's something you don't want too much of.
Oh, if it's released when you're stressed, I'm fucking made of cortisol right now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Fucking,
I don't know. I was trying to think of internet keywords.
You got cortisol
I was
face,
reading,
cortisol belly, cortisol dick. You got
my cortisol dragon going.
cortisol mewing. What was that intro that you did? Did you see? Oh, that's what I wanted to mention also. Did you see that intro? Did you watch the Oscars at all? This is now going to date us further.
I did.
You did the bit before Conan O'Brien did the bit, and yours was better.
What was that?
About look maxing?
The load the when he talked to the Gen Alphas or whatever.
Oh,
did you catch that? He basically never cut this part out too. I'm fucking killing it.
No, that's
guys.
fine. I mean that's on me because I was like half paying attention to it. I had it on. And
I mean, I didn't watch it. I only saw the clip later, and I was like, "Oh, Brandon did that, but he did it better than Conan O'Brien." Conan O'Brien, come at me. Also, if you want to be a guest on the show,
Simpsons did it. I was reading not long ago that like your metabolism doesn't truly slow down until you're like 50 plus or something around that line. Like it was some study that was done.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have a lot of information from this article that I
read.
read.
I've heard that also because
that you read the headline for.
Yeah,
exactly. I read
like,
the first
I'm
paragraph.
going to tell people about this. Yeah, I've heard that also, and people end up blaming it a lot. But I think I don't know. We all work at computers. Most people now work at computers. Not most people. A lot of people in our sort of socioeconomic bracket work on computers all day. And like you just don't move. Like naturally you don't move much. And I have to imagine that has a non-insignificant part of why, for me, certainly why I've gotten bigger, because I haven't changed the level of consumption that I've partaken in.
Yeah, I do think in your 20s, you are moving more and your body can deal with like eating and drinking whatever you want. Yeah. And then, you do reach, I don't even think it's an age, but it's just a certain point in life where like because of work or family obligations or whatever, you just don't have the ability to get out and
prioritize it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you're more stationary, but you don't feel like you are. Like, so for example, if you have kids, you're running your kids back and forth to extracurricular activities, but it's not like you're participating in it with them.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's like you literally drive them there and you sit, unless you're coaching or trying to help for some reason. It's like you really just drive them and sit there and watch them and then drive them home. And more often than not, you're trying your best to eat healthy and you still don't eat healthy because you have like 25 minutes to to get a meal into your children.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also after 30, I ended up doing a lot more fast food, shockingly. Oh, yeah. Well, I think in part because of kids. I didn't eat a lot of like I had Dairy Queen and Sandy a bit, and then we as collectively went to Denny's and Sherry's and McDonald's and stuff a fair amount in sort of high school, post high school. But I didn't do fast food a lot. But Oscar was born like early as hell, and we were back and forth between the hospital, and there was a McDonald's between the hospital and home. And 2020, what was it? 2015, I guess. 2015. I ate more McDonald's than I had in my life, like well beyond that. And as a trend, it was just sort of convenient and would oftentimes just be I guess we have to eat something, so we would pop by there. But I haven't. In the last couple of years, we've been trying to make a stronger effort, but generally speaking, I don't think I've been, as healthy.
Well, it's also a thing like where, you can either if you do want to go to the gym, you can either do that before your family gets up or at the end of your day after your family's gone to bed. And if you choose the latter, I would imagine you're probably not in the mood to work out at the very end of your day.
Yeah.
I do know somebody who does that, and I don't know how they prioritize that with their day, because I was like, you're not exhausted? Do you feel like you get a good workout in? Because by the end of the day and the kids are in bed and you're like, all right, now I'm going to go to the gym. You'd never find me saying that.
If I've found the motivation, I usually have, I'm a bit of a night owl, and I find energy at night a lot of times, but I don't have a gym membership. And
I bet it's also
we have
probably
some, free weights and stuff, but
probably less crowded at night, later in the evening.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I mean, I go to an athletic club, not a gym, so it closes at 9:00, but they open at 5 a.m. and it's heavy on the geriatric side.
What's the difference between an athletic club and a gym?
A lot more older saggy balls. Yep, the basketball gyms are always bogarted with chair fitness. Damn.
Chair fitness?
Yeah, old people that come and they literally sit in a chair and it's like, now stand up, now sit down, now stand up, now sit down, now do this, now do this, now do that, now do that. But they have to do it in the gym. I was like, I want to shoot hoops. You know?
Sorry, you can't use this weight bench. It's being used for puzzles.
I mean, to a certain degree. It's like they always have the TVs they have there are always in clusters, and one of them's always on a news station. One of them's on, oh man, what's the old one? It's always on like Little House on the Prairie and
like a Me TV or something.
Yeah,
like that.
The retro, like the one they're on either side, and they're always on some retro station. It's like Magnum PI and Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. You're like,
nice.
I don't really want to row to this.
Yeah.
It's like some white Indian throwing a hatchet.
We talked about this a bunch of like maybe even season 1, but the idea that the old shows when we were old folks in our homes is gonna be like Friends and shit. Like that's gonna fucking suck.
It already is like Nick at Night is like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and stuff like that. And
yeah. Well, all right. Listen, I was talking to my kids today because we were playing soccer outside and it had just rained and I slipped and I fell hard and they're all like, "Are you okay?" And I felt like an old guy because I was like, "Oh fuck, like give me a second." Cuz I fell like I slipped like my feet went out from under me and my arms went back to catch myself, and I fucked up my shoulders and stuff. And Oscar's all like, "Oh, are you okay?" He's like, "Maybe we should stop playing." He's like, I think you actually hurt yourself." And he had like big concern on his face. And granted, he has a flair for drama anyway, but like, I was like, no, I'm okay. And then my youngest was like, why does it hurt when you fall? Like, why does it still hurt, basically? And I was like, well, when you get older, and I was talking to him about like I was basically describing old people falling and how it can hurt more. And I looked at Anna and I was, I looked at my partner and I was like, what? Oh, I just sound like old as shit right now. We're just old folks now. And she's like, yep, that's where we are. And
I was talking to my wife about this the other night, and I think it might have been a stoner thought, but I think it's a valid thought nonetheless. Is, I was like going through the garage, and I have a bike and a skateboard, and last summer I bought rollerblades, and I don't think it's, for me at least, it's the mentality that I'm not trying to de-age myself. It's just that I think I'll always be able to do these things.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, I'm 40 and I'm also 20 at that time. Like what would be so hard about getting rollerblades again? And it's like, for me, it's like, I just think I'll always have that ability to be like, I sent an Instagram thing to my wife about this 81-year-old who ran a 200-meter dash sub 30 seconds, which is incredible. And this guy was he's just an active old guy. And I was like, this is how I see myself aging, of like, I don't need to worry myself about falling down the stairs. I don't need to worry about my kids wanting to play jump rope with me. And I'm like, oh, I fall and my kids be like, "Oh, Dad, is your hip okay?" I was like, I'm just like, if I fall, I'm going to fall and that'll be fine. But I know that's not always going to be true.
Yeah, no, I mean, 100%. It's also a difference. And like, I've gotten bigger over the years, sort of back to the question. But when I fall, because I go ham with the kids and I play
hard.
No, I do. I fall hard. And when I do fall, all the kids and all the adults go, because when I eat shit, I eat all of it, I guess. And so
Well, okay, so Jake, you've recently fallen. Brandon, have you fallen recently? Like outside of your control?
Yesterday I was on a ladder and I was coming down the ladder and I well, no, I thought I was on the bottom rung, but I wasn't. I was on the one above it, and then I like thought, and I kind of like I didn't fall, but like I fell, like a foot, and then it, like my foot hurt today because of
I hurt myself today. It kind of brings up like similarly. My parents were here not long ago, this last summer, and we poured a concrete pad, and it's like a gradient. So depending on where you go, like if you step off of it, it's going to be like 3 feet or 4 feet. And I don't have like it's just a pad for our garbage cans and stuff. And it's like, hey, look where you're going. You got an extra 3 feet behind you. But my dad was putting the he was putting the garbage cans away because they showed up to drop the girls off at our house. And he fell. And my dad turned 70 this year. And he was sitting on the back patio and his pants were all dirty. I was like, what happened? He's like, oh, I just rolled down your hill. I was like, oh, are you okay? And he's like, well, you might want to think about like putting a cautionary tape here, or like maybe a little fence or something. I was like, okay, but you fell like 4 feet backwards. Are you okay? He's like, I'm fine. No, it's fine.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I mean, good on him for having the bone density to withstand that, but that could fuck some people up.
Joe Ellis, stud.
What a badass. Brandon, you said missing the bottom rung. I, like a big old dum-dum, was walking down my stairs, and I think I must have been looking at my phone, and it was dark downstairs, and I just thought I had the steps counted in my head, and like I full on missed by one, and I don't know what happened. Like my ass went all over the ground. Like I full missed the step, and like my whole body went just fucking flying. And Anna's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I mean, my partner was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, what is the matter with me? And I'm just, it's all downhill from here, boys.
Meanwhile, that 7-foot black snake down there's like, nope, I don't even want that. That's not a tasty meal.
Too pathetic to eat.
Too pathetic to eat, exactly.
I feel bad for him.
I'll just choke him out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys live in houses with stairs. Like, do you think that like eventually does that cross your mind? Like,
yes,
I might have to get rid of these one day, or like move to a single level, or like move my bedroom down to the main floor, or like whatever.
I'm gonna rewind with I think that, and subconsciously it's about me, but right now it's like, well, what if my parents need to move in with me and they can't, and there's no bedrooms on our main floor? But I know that's kind of like a dickish thing to say, because it's like my parents live in a single story home anyway, so it's like, what good would it be if they moved in with me?
Add some challenges to
that. You wanted to live here.
You don't have enough danger in your house. Come on over to our house.
I guess you could kind of like snake your driveway around the side of your house, and they could drive and like park down at the bottom and then enter that way.
Oh, my HOA would love that.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, they'd be totally on board. No, we thought about that too. I mean, so I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but my mother-in-law fell and broke her hip, and first of all, that shit's scary, because when you go into the hospital, they lay you down with all of the statistics on who like basically who makes it out. Like on average, people above 70, which, includes the 90s and the 100-year-olds, right? So it's sort of maybe it's supposed to be a scare tactic. And I'm sure, Matt, your partner has those statistics available to her as well, but basically the there's like a 50% survival rate of a broken hip. And when
After a certain age.
after 70 or 72 or 4 or something like that.
How does that kill you?
Well, people
being stagnant.
give up. Not give up, but like if it's demoralizing, you get hit with this sort of emotional weight of like, wow, I'm old now. You can't move. You become totally reliant on people. And the thing is, like, it's much easier to sit and not recover. And so luckily my mother-in-law is badass and super motivated, and she was able to get back up and running, and she's now totally 100% fine. So she does not.
So you just kind of let your body deteriorate. And
well, it's super easy to do. I mean, old people do it anyway. In fact,
I do feel like
I
wonder if that statistic needs to be updated because, well, when we were in our car accident, my dad had to have his hip replaced because it shattered.
Oof.
And if I remember correctly, it was still during the time where they didn't necessarily get you up immediately, but they got you up pretty fast. But like now, like 2025, 2026, you get your hip replaced or your knee replaced, and you get out of recovery and they make you walk. And it's a completely different mentality.
Yeah,
from
it is.
Like how healing should be.
It is.
I think if I did have some sort of like life-altering injury or something, I think I probably would be one of those people who dies quickly from it, because
Jesus,
like I don't know, like if you've ever had like an injury or whatever, like that just causes you a lot of pain to move around. Like I
shut my finger in a door once.
Yeah. No, but I hear what you're saying.
Like I don't know how I could go on like living with this issue for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
And it
seem like it's a little bit one of those bootstrap. I hate to say like pick yourself up by the bootstraps. I don't I don't necessarily like that term, but it is one of those like, all right, here's the shitty thing. You needed a knee replacement, or you blew out your hip, or you had a bulged disc and you needed to have it replaced. But here's the amazing thing about medicine. Sure, that sucks and it's going to hurt for a minute, but we replaced it and you got a titanium ...
Yeah.
Now go out and jump off a roof somewhere. It's like, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, like, having that motivation, and frankly, also having that support, right? Because like, it's not a one-man show. You need the support from either physicians. I mean, frankly, like, this is getting into some different subjects, but like, if you have insurance to cover recovery, because recovery costs aren't nothing, and you better hope you have insurance to be able to cover that shit. Otherwise, you're not getting up immediately. You're not getting the care that you need. You're not getting the physical therapy that you need. And you don't have the support system that you need, you need. I mean, you do need. And, not to mention like friends and family and shit like that.
Yeah. I was just going to say, like, if you live alone or don't have anybody near you and you're just like home by yourself.
Right. You sit and you just watch TV instead. And then like there's the higher risk of infection and that's the sort of thing that I think makes the statistics so scary. And for some people, those statistics are scary in a good way, in that it motivates them to not fuck around and find out. But yeah, I think it's just, but what I was going to say is back to our house. Like, we don't have a main floor. We're in a split level, and everything's either upstairs or downstairs. And when she broke her hip, we were like, fuck, are we going to have to modify? And, because she also lives in a house with stairs. And so we're like, okay, we had to start thinking quick about like how we would modify this house to make it happen. So we are on the precipice, gentlemen, of just having to address that.
I always just revert to Gremlins, where they had like the thing going up the stairs and then the Gremlins came in and they fucked with it and launched her out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go that route, the like whatever they call that, the chair thing.
We actually have a friend who they host her mother. She lives in the basement and she has one of those. And it's just like you do what you got to do. You can't, their means was not to have a giant ranch style home because they also have 2 kids. But I think, where there's a will, there's a way. You'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are always options, but it does present challenges. So,
but yeah, I mean, this did kind of veer off from getting fatter after 30, but
yeah, I got fatter after 30. Easy.
Don't like to talk about my feelings is all. I just want to deflect.
No, I mean, I mean, I've always been fat, but I definitely have gotten fatter as I've gotten older. But
in your 20s, you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And
well, we would like ride our bike to work and stuff.
That's true. You had like laborious.
We couldn't afford to fix our cars when they broke down.
Wait, that wasn't the reason. You guys had your cars worked fine, didn't they?
I was scared to drive my Neon. My
Oh.
Neon had like come to find out at the end of the day, it was just a water pump that was broken, but it would like overheat between our house and UPS.
Oh, really?
Like,
okay. I don't remember that.
I remember like we would like take our bikes and like go down that hill and then like come back up the hill and
we'd carry them behind University of Portland.
Yeah.
And then the LeBaron.
Yeah, that had a host of issues. But yeah, actually, today, the day we're recording, St. Patrick's Day, is the 6-year anniversary of me working from home. So I do think that has contributed.
Yeah, big time.
Because I don't have to get up and like be somewhere.
Mm-hmm. You have a decent exercise regimen though, right?
Yeah, I do. Like I have a treadmill and I'll like, during breaks and stuff, I'll walk on the treadmill.
Nice. That's great.
Do that. But, yeah, I mean, I am in the process of getting in better shape slowly, but yeah, it's, it definitely, it comes on easier than it comes off.
Yeah, for sure. What is the phrase? A moment on the lips, forever on the hips. Fucking hits me in the heart.
I will also say this: I have no problem publicly admitting that I use cannabis, and I never used to struggle with the munchies.
Weed every day.
I never.
That was good.
I don't want to use the word struggle, but I never experienced the munchies. But I'll tell you what. You come in after one evening on the patio, there's something that happened between like the last couple of years, and it's like I could eat everything in this house right now. And it's literally just like do we have chips? No. Do we have crackers of some kind? No. Damn it.
I mean,
do we have
anything
I could good. Anything I could microwave real quick? No. Yeah. All right, here we go. It's like, I don't know about you guys. You don't have to confirm or deny, but it's like the munchies. Goodness gracious, cannabis. If you do use cannabis and you get later in life, tell you what, that really packs it on for you.
I'm not a cannabis user, but do you like when you do get the munchies? Do you like? Are you able to like switch to like, oh, I'm going to eat these baby carrots or celery sticks or anything like that? Like,
no. You know what? I wish that there was. I wish there was like, if you grabbed something and it recognized that you had it would like shock you or something. Like
that's your next business endeavor.
Like a shock collar or something. Like, nope. But you know what's not going to shock you is the carrots and hummus. That would be a $1 billion idea. I'll tell you what.
But then you just have a bunch of sad, high people hanging around in the kitchen.
Well, they wouldn't be sad. They wouldn't be sad. They would be totally fulfilled, and they would go to bed, and the food would digest properly in their stomach.
No, but like as they dip the carrot in the hummus, they'd be like,
here's the thing. Once it's like once it hits your lips.
Oh, once it hits your lips.
Once it hits your lips, it's like you know it's a good snack and you know it's good for you, and you're like, whatever, I'm just eating at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. What's your go-to chip? Like if you're in that sweet spot munchie zone, what's gonna slap the hardest?
It used to just be like plain Fritos. But lately I've gotten into Pringles.
Okay.
Because they have so many different like varieties. Like
you love it. You love a flavor variety.
Yeah, I love me an adjunct. So anyway, this is very counterintuitive to like, do you guys put on weight? Yeah, let me tell you about Pringles.
Yeah, but now I want to know Brandon's chip of choice. Are you a chip guy?
Yeah, I like chips.
What really puts it on for you?
No, I mean I'm not like I'll have like chips with a sandwich or something, but I'm not like just sit on the couch and eat a bag of chips sort of person.
Oh, lucky.
Can I tell you guys a proud parent moment I had, which is also kind of along the lines of a stoner thought?
Sure.
We were at, it was either Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John, one of the two big sub shops, and I'm there with my kids, and they get what they want, and they always want chips. And I was like, "Watch this!" And I open up my sandwich. I go,
"Oh yeah!"
And they're like, "Oh!" And they do it. And I was like, "Yes, yeah." And
I love that.
It's good, isn't it?
That's a beautiful story.
Teaching your kids your food hacks. Follow me for more hacks.
Food hacks.
I mean, I am a potato chip person. I like either just plain potato chips or barbecue.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Or if I'm feeling fancy, they do have these spicy dill pickle potato chips that are pretty good.
The kettle ones, nice.
Yeah, they're what's the brand? Not like Lay's or any of
the kettle. The kettle.
They have it in like sandwich shops. Yeah, they are kettle chips.
I know what you're talking about.
Miss Ann's like or whatever.
Aunt Annie's or something like I'm forgetting the name now. Like something like that.
Our neighbor actually works for Frito-Lay, and she'll oftentimes bring us just like a garbage bag full of stuff. I was like, yes. Amy came over. Sweet.
Christmas came early.
Miss Vicky's is the brand of chips.
Yeah, Miss Vicky's. There you go.
I really like
when you're not raking your mouth with dry tortilla chips. What do you got?
See, that's the thing. That's my go-to.
Actually, quick shout out to New Orleans. I really like the Zapp's potato
chips. Those are good. Like the vinegar on them.
They have like Voodoo Heat, and those ones are pretty good.
That sounds really good. Speaking of New Orleans, Speaking of New Orleans, I'm gonna have to edit this one big time. Speaking of New Orleans, my partner made red beans and rice a couple of times in the last few weeks, and it's hitting the spot so hard, and it's so yummy. And I love New Orleans. I love New Orleans.
Come with us.
Chips. I like a good potato chip, like a plain potato chip, but tortilla chips, they really do it for me. Salty. They're like so salty that they like hurt the edges of your mouth and they tear up the top of your mouth.
You think you
like,
cut
what's
yourself?
Better than that? And some people are like, oh, don't you like salsa? I'm like, get the fuck out of here with this salsa. Unless it's fresh salsa, but like, I just want it.
No, that just stings my wounds more.
Exactly.
My salt wounds.
I want a dry ass mouth full of dusty corn chips.
Oh, I will say, I was meeting somebody in an area of town that had a Walmart by it. And I was like, I was pulling an Ellis, and I was super early. So I was like, I'll go through Walmart, whatever. I haven't been to a Walmart in forever. And they're like the king of getting you to impulse purchase snacks. Yeah. It's like I went in because I needed to use the bathroom, and I walked through like the grocery store, and it's like, hey, you can get any one of these candies 10 for $10. I was like, well, that's 10 of them. Cool, I'll get that. But I got
I'd be a fool to turn that down. I'm leaving money on the table.
Yeah. But I bought they had in the middle, it was Bugles. And like Bugle scratches a core memory for me for some reason. Like the
Wait,
Bugle
which ones are Bugles?
Bugles are the ones that you like put on your
They're
fingers.
like
That
corn. They're bugle shaped, like
they look like a
conical
cornucopia.
shaped.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I used to put those on my finger. But they didn't have just Bugles. They had Hidden Valley Ranch Bugles. I was like, nope, here we go. And it was like a giant Walmart bag. I'll tell you what, I was out on the patio looking at the stars, and 10 minutes later, I was down in that bag of just
the
crunch Flavor Town.
Walmart marketing team has a giant portrait of you in their main like
There's some guy
room.
like walking out like no basket or anything.
They're
Just
like,
oh.
Yeah,
this
someone in the
our
Walton
guy.
family is like, oh yes, this is the Matt Ellis wing of my mansion. His bugle consumption built this vacation home for me.
Built this whole wing.
Speaking of, go get some more Reese's Pieces. Anyway, this like we're like way off course of this question of like how can we avoid doing this? Like, you know what snacks I
But yeah,
really like?
how do you get fat? Oh, you go to Walmart and get the 10 for 10 bugle.
Go get some Mike and Ike's and some Ranch Bugles, and you'll be set.
Oh
Anyway,
man.
next.
Yeah. We can do a quick one. Here's one that I think goes well with this. That I don't think.
You think you're getting heavier at 30? Wait till 40, my dude. we're gonna show you the way.
Wait till you think everything's a deal.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's another thing. It's just like, yeah, you do as you get older. You're like, kind of think like, I've earned this sort of thing, even more than when you're younger.
Well, yeah, like we have a McDonald's that opened up in Ridgefield, and I took the kids through, and I was like, oh, I'll get double cheeseburgers or McDoubles. And like, oh, do you want the double cheeseburgers? Because those are actually buy one, get one, and they're $1. I was like, yeah, I'll take 6. Like, you motherfuckers.
I've earned it. I didn't neglect my kids today. I deserve a treat.
I literally dropped them off for school and I picked them up. I earned this. Anyway, sorry, quick question.
So this is a question that I think probably only Matt might be able to answer, but we are running a little long, so that's okay. This is from the High as Shit subreddit, username decenthat9699. They ask, well, the headline is How Music Feels. When I'm high, I physically feel music, as in it feels like a weighted blanket. Am I the only one? Is this common/uncommon?
Man, I think so.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, there you have it.
I'm gonna
tune in again next week for another.
Enjoy this score from Dave Matthews.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think for people that really enjoy music, period, I don't think it needs to be high as shit. I do think you can feel it. I will go down the Hans Zimmer because Brandon threw me under the bus once about it. I do enjoy listening.
How did I throw you under the bus?
Where you're like, oh, is it like living next to Matt, except a party, the party lights, you're listening to like Hans Zimmer music.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good burn. Like it was a good
burn.
I think I said explosions in the sky, but
oh yeah. Well, okay, even more so.
I think you'll find that
I think
point of order.
Personally, I feel that music can like express feeling, especially like when it comes to film. Like you could watch film and it would be so, but you add the music that's just right and expresses the emotion that they're trying to convey. I think it's very important in film. And I think if you can capture that and you can re-listen to that music, you remember how you felt when that music was on and you were watching that thing or you were experiencing that thing. So like Explosions in the Sky, it was very much the high school football, like remember how you feel. Hans Zimmer, one of my favorite is The Last Samurai or Interstellar. It's like he's trying to convey a message when it's on screen. So I do think it's you're able to feel that. But for me, it's usually instrumental. There's no lyrics involved, and I might be a one-off for that.
Do you ever listen to like classical music?
I did for a period of time. I haven't in a long while. But yeah, that never I guess it doesn't resonate with me. Like I would just say musical scores, because right, the musical scores are trying to get you to feel something. Jake's holding something up.
A Duke Ellington record?
Yeah, it's Duke Ellington New Orleans Suite. It's just sort of like vibes. There's no lyrics, but speaking of, it's not classical, but speaking of sort of like how music makes you feel, and speaking of the fact that we were talking about New Orleans, I highly recommend this album.
That is like, I've never been that into jazz, but as I've gotten older, I do find myself listening to more of it and just enjoying it, like just as like kind of like background
music.
Yeah, like I don't know, like it's you know, there's like up tempo stuff which is fun, and then there's like kind of more like not like Kenny G, that kind of jazz, but
Right.
like you know, kind of more like cool, like you know, hanging out in a wine bar kind of jazz.
You know, I could listen to you know, Spotify does these like radios so that like groups artists together, and I've put on like Louis Armstrong and or Ella Fitzgerald, and those mixes I could listen to all day, all night. Like they are so solid, and they're just like it's just like super classy. And some of them are instrumentals, and some of them are you know, obviously with lyrics, and but that's very jazzy, but like it's good background, like it's good ambiance music.
Do you guys ever find yourself like sitting down and being purposeful about listening to music? Like you'll sit there and either close your eyes or sit there and just be alone with it?
No.
Not so much like that, but I do have this record player, and I've got some speakers up here that I have, and during the workday I sometimes put albums on that are, and it's, you know, we've talked about physical media before, and like having the tactile sort of the records playing, like there's something really special about that, and that's been fun. I don't have a big catalog, so it's sort of the same stuff over and over, but I enjoy it. But I don't know that it's as like that's not the only activity, I would say, which I kind of envy. Like I would like it to be the only activity, but usually I've got too much.
Like where you're just like sitting in a big leather chair and just
yeah.
listening to music. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to sound like that music snob or dick or whatever, but like I do try. I'll be known to put these headphones on right here, and I'll just like, because they encapsulate everything, and just listen to it. But I don't know. I think sometimes it's important and nice and more often than not just respectful to be like, you made this. I want to, even if it's just a track. You know, I don't want to be that guy of like, no, you need to listen to this album front to back to really understand it. It's like,
No, I get that though.
I found like this past Christmas listening to a lot of Christmas jazz albums.
Ooh.
Like there's one this group, Dave Ramsey Trio, that they were around in like in the 60s. They've got a couple Christmas albums, and they're definitely worth like they're like cool, like put them on at a party type Christmas albums that are like
Nice.
kind of like they've got like they're not like yeah, it's not like that. Like it's just like cool, like kind of like just fun background kind of music to listen to.
Dave Ramsey, does it give you like investing advice as well?
Is it? Am I? Maybe. Is it Dave Ramsey? Did I say Dave Ramsey?
Yeah.
God, Ramsey Lewis. Oh, I'm wrong. Ramsey Lewis, not Dave Ramsey. Not the not that guy.
Well, what's your credit card debt? And do you
Ramsey Lewis
do you
Trio.
max out your 401k?
Sorry, Ramsey Lewis.
Yeah, and to the actual question at hand, I'm still a weed virgin, so I can't speak to that, but I think there are certain pieces of music that, I mean, the Interstellar one is a good example, but there's a few pieces of music out there that sort of bring the feels that are that it does something. It does like it evokes a particular strong emotion. I'm trying to think.
I think also the reason I guess I feel so strongly about it is also, I guess I would consider myself an audiophile. Like at the Interstellar, for example, like you're supposed to have a crescendo that's supposed to like rattle you and be like shake the windows in your house. And if you're listening to it properly, I think that emotion should be invoked. So if you're, you know, if you're listening to it on your phone and with no headphones, and it's just like your phone speaker, you're not going to get what's supposed to be translated. So I also think that that's important as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've definitely been drunk around music, and like if you know I am like really feeling it, it is like that kind of like sitting there like with your eyes closed and like
exactly,
you know.
Yeah,
I think and I don't think you have to have any sort of substance necessarily to have that feeling about it. I think you just need to have, I think if you haven't experienced that, you haven't had the right music kind of presented to you in the right setting. Because I remember, for example, the first artist I ever listened to from a lyric perspective was Jason Isbell. And my wife was like, I think we should go to this. I was like, I know nothing about this guy, whatever. And he started playing his songs, and I was listening to his words. And I remember sitting there thinking like, wow, I would always just listen to music and hear the music and not hear anything that they're saying.
right.
And as somebody that's been brought up around music, that's kind of what I don't want to say taught to do, but that's just how I've adapted. And hearing that person, I remember what that felt like to like sit there and hear those words. And I was like, man, this is hard. Is this what this is supposed to feel like? But again, I went all those years without ever experiencing that. And I think, you know, you need to just be in the right situation, the right scenario, and, you know.
Yeah. Do you know the artist? I think she's Swedish or Nordic from somewhere. Aurora.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a song called Runaway, which for whatever reason, that song makes me feel things. Weep. No, it's just like very sort of like it's like over. I feel overcome with melancholy and also hope, I guess. And so that's a really wonderful piece. And then like a piece that's on like used often in TikToks is that M83 I forget what it's called.
I think it's just called Outro.
Outro, that's what it is. Yeah, the outro song that is like, there's been a bunch of jokes made about it, being like, you can get like a cup out of the cupboard while you're listening to that song, and you think that you've like conquered the world, sort of thing. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a number of songs that, like, if I am under the influence, that like it is like that, like, oh yeah, I just feel like one that comes to mind is Van Morrison's Into the Mystic.
Into the Mystic. We
Yeah.
were born before the wind.
I wanna rock your gypsy soul. Yeah.
Yeah. That I feel like there's
We
nostalgia.
were
there,
born
like,
before the wind.
Yeah. That's accurate. Yeah, there's a handful of like high school songs and I guess pre-high school songs. Did your folks listen to the radio or
KGON, baby.
yeah? KGON.
Yeah, I mean my parent. Well, I don't know about my dad, but more so my mom listened to a lot of country. So
Really?
Interesting.
I didn't know that. Nice.
What was the other one?
The Bull.
I don't know.
99.5. The Bull.
Wasn't it the Wolf for what? Is it the Bull
It
now?
changed names a few times, yeah. 99.5 was country. Wait, which one's KUPL?
KWJJ.
92.3? There's 92.3, which was like all classic rock. And then my folks listened to
Which now they
Kink.
play the Foo Fighters because that's classic rock.
Kink 102. I know when I was in Oregon, I had them on in a car and I was like, this is classic rock? Foo Fighters are classic rock? What the fuck?
I feel like a lot of our parents used to have like K-Boo bumper stickers on and stuff too.
Yeah.
Is that Delilah?
Or we listen to the oldie station Kissin' FM.
Kissing,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, my mom used to win so many phone-in things from that. Like when the movie theater on Division opened up, she just like called in and she won tickets to the grand opening. And all the movies we wanted to see were sold out, and Austin Powers had just been released, and we had no idea what it was. I'll tell you what.
No.
You want to take a conservative family to like the most awkward movie? Go see Austin Powers with the deacon and treasurer of the church, because that's not awkward.
Fantastic.
But it's free. By golly, we're gonna get all this money.
Did you make it through the whole movie?
Yeah.
Nice. Good on you. That's awesome.
Shout out to Pam and Joe for sticking it out.
Let's go, Pam and Joe.
Well, boys,
Listen, let's put this to bed. We did good.
Should play this
even
out
without
with
a
some,
guest.
We still got it.
We still
Listener,
got.
when you're high, do you physically feel qualified nonsense? Like, do we feel like a weighted blanket to you?
Or do you feel like just turning it off?
Or do we feel like a wet blanket?
A wet blanket, I assume, is heavy also. So, like,
It's also
wet
weighted, yeah.
A wet blanket's that's been in a trunk for 2 weeks in the Arizona heat.
All mildewy.
You bastards.
Alrighty. I need to change this.
Thanks to whatever
Thank you
guest
for
we
your
had
time,
last.
Mike and Moy.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
probably
Mike
don't
and
even
Boy.
need to write that out. I could probably memorize that. But
He'll
Thank
read
you all for-
anything you put on the prompter.
I know, really. Fuck you,
thank you all
San
for
Diego.
listening. And thank you to our loyal patrons for supporting the show. If you haven't already, head over to Patreon at patreon.com/qualifiednonsense to show your support and catch some exclusive content, including our new show, Qualified Nonsense After Dark. Watch us over on YouTube at youtube.com/@qualifiednonsense. Also, feel free to send any questions or comments to qualifiednonsense@gmail.com or hit us up on our socials or on Discord found in the episode description. After you've done all that, Please also rate, review, share, like, and subscribe on your podcast app of choice. We'll see you back here next week for another brand new episode of Qualified Nonsense.